gang?
Hi.
Eva and I have tried to record this a million times. Why is that? Why it's like every episode I'm like, oh, I try to record those 14. It's because Eva and I were trying to rap.
Yeah, she just vibes with everyone else but me.
That's just crazy though, because like, you
We're
know,
like besties
in the streets we vibe.
Is this where
Eva
we like
and Morgan? If you ain't rocking, you snoring. If you ain't bopping, you adoring. Eva, hit me up. Verse 2.
I'm just gonna hit you with the beats.
Yeah, hit me with the beat. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's keeping up with cash. It's always a blast. Tune in real fast. Don't miss all this cash. It's Eva and Morgan. If you ain't tuning and you snoring, you know the vibes. So
Cause we ain't boring.
Something like that. We're a lot of things, but we're not boring. Dab me up for that. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Okay. Well, anyways, Eva is like one of my best friends. Imagine like Jesus and John the Baptist, or like
peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly. A little bit vanilla, but like Kim Kardashian, plastic surgery. I'm just things like that.
Uncut gems.
Uncut gems. Okay, no, but honestly, we always joke around that we have literally one combined brain cell.
Yeah.
And we only use it on Fridays. On Mojito Fridays.
Hey, it's the end of our week, and we really get to decompress and just be the same. So
that's right. So yeah, that's just how we rock. So yeah, Eva and I, this episode basically, process a thought. This episode honestly is just us straight chilling. We're just weird, goofy people, but honestly, it's kind of like our FaceTime call. Like, you're sitting here with us. We honestly just roast each other for the majority of our life, but it's okay because we're not allowed to get offended. So no matter what we say, we just like don't get offended. I don't know if that's
Morgan still gets offended. She's just emotional.
I just cry about it later in the shower. Mm-hmm. Eva does get offended too. Mm-hmm. She goes in her closet.
No, I pop off sometimes.
Yeah. It's because I always come at you for your outfits.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Eva comes at me for my whole life. Like,
it's just the emotional. That's all.
But anyways, so this is a chill vibe episode. Nothing crazy. You don't have to like use a lot of brain power because we're not. Anyways, so we met freshman year in college. Mm-hmm. Eva did kind of a goofy thing.
Yeah, there was like some comedy skit that was going on, and there was like a huge crowd, and it was orientation week, so school hadn't even started yet, and we were 3 days into orientation, and then this guy's like doing interactive, and this song goes off, and it's like dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I'm not really good with
Sam
jingles
Hunt action. You know the vibes.
Yeah, and then the song stops, and the guy was like, all right, now what's the lyrics next? And so I raised my hand, and I thought he was looking at me, and he could have been looking at anybody else that was behind me, but I immediately shot my hand up, and I was like, it's 16 and a 30, I didn't know her. And then immediately everybody goes quiet, and all I hear,
it's 15 and a 30,
and I just sunk to my chair so fast. It was embarrassing, but like I owned it. So yeah. And anyways, I met Morgan later that day, and
it's funny because we had just met, and I remember I was like, oh my gosh, did you guys hear that girl who said 16 and a 30? How dumb was that? And he was like, that was me. And I said, oh wait, I did. Like, I actually thought it was dumb in a cute way. And so then we somehow became friends. And
yeah, she rapped about me later about how awesome I was.
probably did.
Mm-hmm. That was her side hustle freshman year. She was just
exposed to me. Yeah, but honestly, Eva is my dog for life. We plan on growing old together, and hopefully, you know, the guys in our life will just stick around or something.
Yeah, we've got like a 3-year plan right now, and that's way too far in
3,
advance.
5, I don't know. But yeah, so Eva, why don't you talk about like your life right now, what's going on post-college?
Okay, so yeah,
well, also, you know, like where you're from and stuff. I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah, my name is Eva, and
zodiac sign too.
I'm a Gemini. So anyways, I grew up in a military family, and we kind of bopped around my whole life, never lived in one place for too long, and that's kind of how my personality is too. I just am I don't like to stick around for too long, and somehow I managed to stay in Missouri for 7 years. So
hey, okay, 7 years, yeah, 7 years.
Yeah, so anyways, military family, stay close to home. There was like some medical issues in my family, and I wanted to go to college that was close, and spent my 4 years here at Evangel University, and didn't spend I didn't spend a lot of time in education. I hung out with my friends a lot. I had really bad grades, but I'm working on that now.
Yes, queen.
After my 4 years, I was applying to physical therapy and occupational therapy schools, and I got accepted into an OT program.
Yeah, woo!
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I hit the wrong button. I wasn't supposed to laugh at you. I was supposed to like cheer you on.
So they kind of overlooked that a little bit. I'm super happy about that. But, gosh, what in the world is going on now? I'm waiting till August for the program to start. And so since I have all this free time, I'm like, why don't I work on myself? And that's when I signed up for counseling. Woo! Need a little counseling in our life. It's always good to work on yourself. And, I work at the hospital too, so I'm always pouring into other people, and sometimes I kind of need to pour into myself.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
yeah, I mean, we 100% support self-care out here. I mean, Eva, you know me. And you know I really support self-care.
And self-tanning on Thursdays.
Self-tanning on Thursdays, shopping, massages, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, nobody talked to us on Thursdays. We got 14 hours of bake time.
That's right. Eva, you did recently get a new member of your family. Do you kind of want to talk about why you got that animal and how... Oh, hi, I spelled the bean. She got an animal. Just kind of talk about all of that.
Yeah, so I got a little crazy cat. Her name is Rue, inspired by the TV show Euphoria. I'm not very basic for that, but she's just as psycho and crazy. Like, she's on drugs.
Bro, this cat is nuts. Like, this cat...
Yeah, the other day I was pulling my biscuits and gravy out of the microwave, and she hopped up on the counter, so I went to go grab her before she got my food, and sure enough, it's in my hand. She, like, bops my plate, and my food goes flying. I was so upset.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
Well, Eva is a natural animal person where I'm not. I mean, I like dogs because I am a dog. I'm just kidding. That's so bad. But no, Eva has like the Mother Earth golden touch or whatever you want to call it. But I
just like to take care.
Eva really likes to take care of her cat almost more than herself. Can you please talk about?
I don't spend quality things on myself, but I will drop hundreds on making sure that my cat eats the best food or she has the softest fur. I mean, I'd be putting Olaplex in my hair, but any leftovers I have, I'm like, Rue, come here, let me.
Last week, Eva was like, I can't. I'm sick. I can't go out. I'm like, I have to wait till this day to get paid. And I come back to her crib, and her cat has an industrial water drinking fountain, and it like,
yeah, she just won't drink water if it's sitting still. So
she's a material girl.
She is though. Oh, this cat can play fetch too. We don't have to get into all the stories. She's just crazy, and she keeps me on my toes, kind of like Morgan 2.0.
We do say this cat is sort of like me reincarnate as an animal, but I don't know. She kind of drives me crazy.
Yeah,
so.
Where it all started though, I was kind of going through an emotional week, and I was like, man, I really need a cat. I used to have one a while ago, but my roommate and her boyfriend kind of took her under her wing. So I was like, oh, I need this like little emotional support animal I know can take care of one. And I get one, and I honestly wasn't going through the best time in my relationship either. And I was like, oh, this is the trigger. Pull the trigger. I'm breaking up with my boyfriend. I have a cat who can take care of me now. And then yeah, it's been rainbows and butterflies since then.
Yeah. I mean, how many times did we do that, though? I mean, we all go through... I mean, Eva and I were talking about it earlier this week, how we have these mental health moments, but not like mental health like they're good, like mental health like we're mentally not okay, and it's not good for our health.
And here's how we act.
Here's how we act. Like, I recently bought a purse and a wallet because I had a really bad day. And, you know...
I mean, I bought the cat. I pierced my nose by myself instead of making an appointment to do it professionally.
It's wild to just be like that. We have this saying where it's like, if you're going through a heartbreak, you dye your hair, and if you are having a life crisis, you get a tattoo. Don't be sad, go get a tattoo. So we got a couple tattoos, but
way too many at this point.
Oh man.
Yeah, and the hair phase, we're just going in and out of that.
In and out. So Eva and I were going through our favorite college stories ever. Let's discuss, what is the craziest story you would say
Oh gosh, what is the craziest story? Oh my goodness, I can think of one right off the top of my head. It was actually with our friend group, and somehow one of us had the great idea of...
Bro, give credit where it's due.
Morgan had the great idea of, oh, let's hold water in our mouths and stare at each other, and the first person to spit the water out loses.
So it was like this viral video, and two people like fill their mouth up with tons of water, and so you're looking like a monkey, right? And you face each other, and the first person to laugh, they like obviously spit out their water. And I don't remember, is it like supposed to get on the other person? It was just a funny thing I had seen. And I was like, bro, we have to do this. Like, it'll be so funny.
Yeah, so there's like 5 of us, and we're all going around the room, and we're like, oh, who can do this the best? And there's just water everywhere. And it gets to a point where, well...
Like, people are like out getting drunk and stuff, and we're playing this water game in our dorm. We were so cool.
We're cringe, but so anyways, it gets to the end where it's like me and Alexis, my roommate at the time, shout out Alexis, me and her have water in our mouths, and at this point she had been able to hold the water in her mouth for a couple people in a row now, and so it had just been...
So you would say she is leveling up. She was winning this tournament. Like,
yeah,
she was
really going to get the gold.
Bag, yeah. She was moving up in the bracket. She was going for the gold.
Mm-hmm. And I was just going for, revenge. So I had this water in my mouth, and I was like, I'm going to spit this on her. So we start the game, like 10 seconds in. I just shoot this water at her face, and sure enough, she comes right back at me with this water that's been in her mouth.
She's very competitive.
Very competitive. She comes back with this water that's been in her mouth for probably 15 minutes now, and not only does water come out, oh, this is like trigger warning for Eva, but loogies come out of her mouth as well. And initially, like, I didn't notice it until I had to go wipe my face, or like I put my hands on my face to like get the water off, and I touch it. And I learned from that moment on that I do not have a stomach for phlegm or anything that comes out of mouths. And sure enough, I threw up.
I wish I could paint a picture of how this was. It was like Eva moved her... It was a movie. She like looks to her right part of her hair, and she's like, oh no. She's like, is that a leaky? And then immediately she's like, oh, and she just starts vomiting. And so she starts vomiting. Alexis starts vomiting. Eva's like puking in the sink.
Then I ran to the toilet bathtub. And then the bathtub, and
Alexis starts puking, and then I'm like chilling on the bed, and I'm like, let me just like, are you guys okay? And I'm like, what color is it? Because why do we do that? Why are we like, what color is it? I'm so weird.
Okay, I don't do that.
I looked at it, and I was like, oh no, I start puking. And so it was supposed to be this like really cute, fun game. Next thing I know, there's vomit everywhere, and
then somebody was like vlogging it. Like the mom of our friend group, Bridget.
Shout out Bridget.
She took care of us all.
She's like cleaning it all up. It was so gross, but it was just kind of one of those moments where it's like, if you puke together, you stay together. That kind of thing. Yeah,
we've really stuck since then. But I'm getting kind of like queasy thinking about it.
She works in a hospital, and I puke at the smell of anything. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, yeah. I see that stuff daily. It's just when it's on my face. I'm like, I can't do it.
So something we want to talk about is, I feel like our friendship is healthy and it works really well. We don't really super believe in zodiac signs, but I feel like I match my sign. Like, I'm an Aries and Eva's a Gemini, and there's a lot of differences between us that make us work. Like,
exactly, balance.
We're both extroverted, very talkative. I'm emotional, so when something happens to me right away, I have to process it, or I'm not okay. Like, I talk it out, I have to write it out, I have to like vent it out, and then I kind of process it, and then I'm like, okay, let's be logical.
Yeah, and I'm just a completely opposite. It takes me 3 years to mentally process something, and then I take it so slow, and I'm not emotional at all. I really don't show emotion, and I'm not empathetic, and I think that's
okay. Eva, I know she's out here like, I don't have feelings, and I'm not gonna feel bad for you, which is true, she doesn't, but Eva does, like, I don't know, I feel like when I'm venting to you, when I'm sad out here, like you hold my hand, and it's a comfort thing.
Yeah. And I do listen, and it's not that I'm not emotional, though, because I am emotional. I just do it at different times. I wait till the shower sometimes to kind of let it all out. But
she's like, I gave it all out to the Springfield drivers. Yeah.
My road rage really bad for my half-mile drive to work.
Worst road rage, Springfield. But
I definitely think we balance each other out with that part, because I'm not emotional in that sense. I don't really I put walls down immediately, and it's like, oh, deal with it later, get over it, grow up, your mom's dead, oh, ha ha ha, funny. Okay, sorry if people don't know.
I don't know how am I supposed to react to that, like
backstory, what? My mom is not alive.
Okay, sorry, the song lasted longer than I thought it would. But I mean...
Cut the clip, Morgan, cut the clip.
I mean, that was a tough situation, because, I mean, that happened while we were in school. And do you feel like you had enough time to process all of that and feel the emotions that you should have felt?
Honestly, no. The whole death itself, I mean, she'd struggled with cancer for like 9 years, and that in itself was like, oh, a good thing we had her for 9 years, but then her death was very fast. It was so unexpected, and then it was just expected for me to jump right back in and get back into school, and it was like, oh my goodness, which I totally understand. Life is still moving. Everybody's still doing the same thing, and you just have to cope and move on. And that's just how I learned how to deal with things, was get over it, Eva. This is just life, and things are going to keep on moving. So if you don't, you're just going to get behind. And not always was that the healthiest way to handle things, but everyone's different.
She's like, I'm out here. No, I think there's honestly a lot to unpack there, because this is where Eva and I have different styles, is because, she's very like, moving on out. Like, we have to move forward. Next chapter. And I think that's just somehow how we're grown up.
Yeah, Morgan likes to reminisce on things, and I don't even like to do that.
Well, I mean, you look at it too, and Eva has moved around a lot as a kid. And for me, I have lived like in the same house since I was 5, and I'm super nostalgic, and I have a hard time of letting things go. So, which on both sides of how we process, there's positive and also like unhealthy things. And so like for Eva, with her mom passing, she's like, you just gotta bounce back in. You gotta take your algebra test. You have to do this
and fail it.
And for me, it's like, well, sheesh, I would have taken a year off. Like, I personally really believe, like, I'm not talking like just your situation. It could be anything. It could be like, a really heartbreak or a trauma. Any serious thing. I really believe in like feeling all of those emotions heavily and processing it and doing whatever kind of coping thing that you need to do. And we're not out here like shopping and stuff like that, but I personally believe that to feel it, the whole thing, no matter how long it takes you to move on, because then once it's done, it's like a healthy move on. And I'm not saying you didn't do that, but...
And that's why we have our talks weekly, like, because you want to know why you're feeling that way, too. Like, and you come to me and you're like, Eva, why am I feeling like this? What is the answer? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't even process my feelings.
But it's funny because for some reason, like, Eva knows why I am feeling that way. It really gives me a lot of insight. Like, no, but, there's a lot of pros and cons. And I mean, I think in our culture that we live in the society, there's so many people where, people will break up and the next day they're like on Tinder, and you're supposed to just feel nothing for the person that you've been with
and move on
and people will like get married right away and all these things, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, did I miss an episode? Like, yeah, exactly. I still remember like what I wore every single day of high school. Like, you think I'm gonna forget how I felt about this person? I don't understand.
Yeah, but this world is always moving. But yeah, it's definitely super weird how this world works now. You're just expected to get over people fast and keep up with the trends. Gosh, I'm still in 2012.
Girl, me now. I'm just kidding. No.
Okay, so going on to style. Morgan likes the finer things, and I like the things.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Eva and I, we do this thing. Well, I like to call this thing. So we both love weekend trips. We love traveling a lot. And okay, well, our friend group, Bridget, me, and Eva, us three, we went to Hawaii over spring break, and Bridget was like the navigator, map person. Eva was
the planner. I was really just...
And I was the good vibes person.
Morgan was in charge of specifically making friends.
Because you know what it is? You meet someone, oh, they have a yacht, oh, they have a boat, oh, they have a VIP pass to a concert. Yes, sir.
Morgan would go to the bathroom and somehow come back with a group of people, and we were like, all right, that's what we're here
That's
for.
what we do. So Eva and I, we love making friends, and we call them there's two different kinds of friends. We call them one night stand friends, because there's sometimes you just meet people and they are your best friend for one evening, and then you never see them ever again. But then there's
good times, you know.
Good times, good vibes, 5 stars. Like, but then there's people you meet in life, and you're like, hey, you know what? Like, I actually really like your personality, and even if we're not friends forever, like, I want your info. I think that you're cool. Like, I want to cultivate this.
Let's keep in contact.
Yeah, I truly believe you never know who you're going to meet anywhere.
And especially we're always in jobs that it's good to have connections. That's what we're surrounded by. And I rep your job at my job.
That's right, bro. And I go to Cox when I
have throwing up issues.
That's the hospital. I just want to make that clear. So, moving on is Eva and I, we recently have started going to like this fancy restaurant, like the little bar area, and we just like to get a few drinks and appetizers and stuff on the weekends. It's like what we do.
Yeah.
And we recently really befriended kind of like the bartender crowd, and it's funny because when you can't afford therapy, you have your local mixologist. Like, I mean, we just sit there and they just clown us, and it's the funnest thing. But they said a comment that even I think really defines who we are.
And we had only been there like maybe 2 or 3 times at this point, but it was like these men could just read us off the bat, and props to them for that. But one of them looks at me and Morgan, and we're just joshing around at first, then we're talking. We're getting it back to him too, but immediately hits us with Eva likes, Morgan likes the finer things, and Eva just likes things, and that was like dagger.
But honestly, I wouldn't take it that way. Like, I mean, we know
it was hilarious.
It was so funny. Like, we know our styles is like, I would rather save my money and buy an expensive purse. Like, I value like getting my nails done and all these crazy things, where Eva's like, I love my cat,
or I'll refurbish things or fix my, just random stuff.
Pierce a ring in my nose. Like, Eva just totally refurbished her whole couch and ottoman, and it looks amazing. So I won't
plan on doing that again, but it was fun for the evening.
Oh man, but that's why we think our friendship works, is because obviously there's both things that her and I both have to work on separately. I struggle a lot with just like seeing my own value, and there's certain reasons why, and I look at my own past and stuff, and well, not to get deep, but like start the timer, therapist. Like,
your 60 minutes are up. You need to leave.
Yeah, not to start the timer, but it's like something that I currently am kind of going through is I find a lot of my self-worth through my performance, whether that be being a good daughter, being a good worker, being a good friend. And when I feel like I have disappointed like my boss, or like I'm not making my parents proud, it like affects me.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not as good. And when it comes to like dudes too, I think that reflects in that too, is
and it just kind of like takes over your like mindset too. That's all, that's like, what you're focused on. I'm not good
enough because this person isn't like pursuing me or doing what they need to do. And something I need to do is really separate those two things. It's like your value does not co-align with your performance, because
it's not based off of one person or the next. It's but
so that's my current thing, and that's something that I'm working on. And Eva has her own things too. And
do I?
She's perfect.
I am far from perfect, that's for sure. But gosh, sometimes I'm like, there's so much going on, I can't even pick one. But
it's funny.
One thing that I would say I could work on, and we kind of touched on, is definitely like I pour into other people so much and that I don't always do that for myself. And yeah, it's sometimes just good to have a reality check. See what you can work on. I mean, there's things about somehow I've managed to pick up like OCD tendencies, and I'm a clean freak.
Y'all, Eva will not let me like even lay in her bed if I don't go and like wash my feet. She's like, girl, not to pull like a, Jesus washing your feet type thing, but I'm gonna need you to like go dunk those bad boys. Like, it's just, I don't know if it's like a me thing, don't answer that question, or, but,
No, I'm like that with everything. It's so weird. Like, my sink and my toilet can be just whatever, nasty, but like, when it comes to my bed and where I sleep, I'm like, that's my holy grail.
I respect the game.
Don't even touch it.
I get it.
But then I let my cat and her dirty paws go walking all over it. So where does that add up? I just don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I think, like Eva said, I am someone who is super emotional, so I feel everything deeply. And I think, sometimes, like, I don't think Eva feels everything deeply right away. I think it might hit you later. And sometimes, we avoid our emotions, or we avoid the things that are scary. Like, right away when I get hurt, I just distract myself. But that's not a solution. That's like a temporary Band-Aid. And so, I mean, I think it's awesome that you're going out there and getting counseling. Like, I for sure did last year, and it totally helped me. So
yeah, I know. I told Morgan I was putting in this prayer request, and I was like, you know what? I just want somebody to like maybe say a prayer out there and kind of hear it. And sure enough, this lady emails me and was like, we totally agree with you. You want to sign up for counseling?
She's like, you need more than just God's prayer. You need help.
I'm just a couple sessions. We signed you up for 6 already.
Amazing. But yeah, keeping up with Cash and Morgan Pagel, period, and Eva Greening, we support, getting help, honestly, or talking things out.
In a way, this is therapy right here.
Right here.
Right now.
Smooth jazz. Like, 2 hours of... Okay, just shut up. Oh, man. Yeah, but I don't know. Eva and we are friends for life. And I think one of the reasons why we work so well is because we are different, but it's that balance. And I mean, we said it too, like, for me, I'm really like, I won't be honest with me, be loyal to me, and like, and I can have your trust. And
and for me, like, I need a friend who's gonna have the same energy as I do. Otherwise, I need somebody that's on my same level. Otherwise, I won't, I won't be as outgoing. I'll be kind of shy in reality. But so that's the kind of friend that I need, is somebody who's going to push me. And obviously Morgan pushes me out of my boundaries.
Physically push her.
Oh my goodness.
Out of the car.
We have like every holiday, she's always setting us up for like, ladies, you're getting dressed and we're all going to dinner and then having pictures. And all three of those things are out of my comfort zone. I don't get dressed up ever. I don't ever look cute. I'm spending, but I need a friend like that though, because that's.
She needs some Instagram content. Like, if not me, who? I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
Well, as we're wrapping up, this episode was really just some chill vibes. I mean, even we're crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
you see us on the streets.
We are like bad idea on top of bad idea, but it's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. But honestly, at the end of the day, like, she is we're a good, solid friend, and you can't buy that. You can't go to the store and just buy a solid friend. Like, that's something you have to cultivate. That's something where you're like, you know what? These are my non-negotiables. This is what I'm looking for in a person. This is the character traits, and it's someone where I'm like, yeah, you know what? This person is a good influence on me. This person pushes me.
She better be sticking around.
She's a way better cook. Like,
oh gosh, don't get us started on what Morgan eats for breakfast.
Do not clown me, bro. She's coming at me because sometimes I like to eat queso for breakfast.
Yeah, or potato chips. And I like to make gourmet meals. But
that was like just in college. Well, anyways, as we close, Eva, I would just like if you could answer 3 quick questions for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to know your favorite song. I want to know your favorite quote, and I want to know what you want your legacy to be.
Okay. So at the moment, my favorite quote is, Oh gosh, I think it's like "Free Fall" by Rainbow
I'm sorry,
Kittens.
is this a song or is this a quote?
This is the song.
This is a song. Okay, you get a brownie point if you sing it.
Yeah, you don't want me singing that. I don't have a good voice. But it's called "Free Fall" by Rainbow Kittens. And then if I have a tattoo of this. This would be the saying that I'd go by. It says "Be the love," and it was kind of a saying my mom went by, more of like a godly love. And that's exactly what she went by until the day she died. She wanted to profess nothing but God and have that kind of like loving attitude, and that is exactly what I want. And so going into like how I want to be known, I want to be known as like a person who impacts people, maybe in just like the smallest way with like a smile on my face, but I definitely just want to be a love and a light into other people's life. I work in a hospital where everybody is just having nothing but bad things happen, and I want, when I pop into their rooms, I don't want them to be like, ugh. Which
So you wearing makeup that day, or I'm just kidding.
No.
Not this girl again.
Sometimes I do get those responses. Yeah, but I just want them to be like, oh my gosh, it's Eva. She's back again. Like, I love this girl. And that's what I want to go by. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Morgan.
Yeah, Chris, bro. Oh, no, give my dog. All right, should we like wrap our way out?
I just couldn't.
Come on,
I'll sing JB.
Okay, ready? Like, if I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go. I can take you places you had never been before.
Okay. Take a chance.
Never let you go.
This is Cash Money
Morgan. No, that was so good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for keeping up with Cash. Honestly, every time I release an episode, you guys just amaze me, and how you listen and how you reach out to me and you tell me like, oh, this made my day. This really encouraged me. Like, those comments literally lift me up, because this podcast is so much more than me. Like, I really have a heart for other people, and like just wanting to be able to relate to someone and help them in any way they can. And so that's kind of the goal. But again, follow us on Instagram, subscribe, hit that 5 stars if you're feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
But yeah, just keep on checking in. There's a lot of big things coming, and I have a lot of very exciting interviews coming up.
Ooh, Morgan, do you want to spill some deets?
I don't know, but if I had to spill any deets, I would just say a local, kind of popular vintage store.
Not the vintage store.
I'm not gonna say which one. I'm just gonna say that might be popping up soon. So
okay.
Some slight. Okay, well, I love you guys. Have the best week ever, and pay for someone's coffee this week. Make their day. Pay it forward. Yeah, dab me up, Eva. Yeah. Yes, sir. You hear that? That's love. All right. Well, keep
that cash.
Keep that cash. Okay. XOXO. Bye.